video. Today we are going to build our lava chicken shack. Steve's lava chicken shack. So we already have a foundation over here in our new area that we're building. And so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks wide and 9 blocks long. Right now it's 4 blocks tall. This is stripped oak wood, by the way. And then right here, we're gonna start with the walls and make sure the dispenser is facing upwards. You wanna make sure. I'm gonna start with the wall part here. Just gonna do one layer of the wall for now, because we have to deal with the redstone first and the roof. The roof is actually what you wanna get done mostly after you do the frame and foundation that I have here. First, you're going to start with doing this for the roof. Now we have our red stripes. And then we're going to bring it out right here. Alright, there we go. And we're going to make a giant square right around here. And now we're going to do one more layer on it. Except here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to make sure that you have this part right here. Now we're going to build like the glass cage for all of our chickens. This works in survival too, so you can try to build it in survival. Now we're going to do this. 4-block thing again. Do the same thing as that side and do the same thing as that side right there. Oh no. I always delete the wrong block. I always place the wrong block. I can never do anything right. Okay, so let's see here. Now we have that part. I know it looks really goofy right now, but don't worry, this will be fixed in just a moment. Just by adding these right here. This makes it look a lot better. We're already almost done with the outer part. Before we go any further, we're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do this on both sides here. Here is what it should look like on one side. Pretty good, pretty good. And now we're going to do the other side. The chicken song is the best song ever written, so write the lyrics in the comments. This was really fun to build. It was my first time doing it when I did it way over there though. I had a small thing right next to it that was a model of how the mechanics would work in this. And it looked pretty goofy, not gonna lie. And so it ended up right next to the mob farm because it was pretty big, but now it'll be able to fit in this. All of it will just be able to fit in the roof part right here and this part right here. And that's pretty good, so. Next, all right. Next we're gonna start to work on the mechanics of this. Actually, I don't think we need that part there. I'm just gonna replace that part of the floor. Okay. I love the fact how my inventory is like never empty in any of my shorts or videos. Don't complain about that. I try to empty it as much as I can. I have just like all my gear for PvP when I do it in this world with my friends. You can watch me do PvP with that one. Just let me know if you want to see it. It might happen magically. That was weird. I have brain damage. There we go. We're almost done with this part of the hoppers. Now, the rest of the hoppers. I have to be crouching for this because you can open a hopper just like you can open a barrel. And real quick, I am just going to do one thing because we're going to have our pistons and the lava part, right? So I'm just going to get that done real quick. And we're going to do that part right there. Then we're going to have, let's see, I think you're supposed to have a block right here. Yeah, a block. Or 3 blocks right there. I was about to say, do I not have a redstone dust in my inventory? And this is part of the redstone mechanics. Right here. Let's see, okay. Alright, actually, okay. I'm gonna place that there. I'm just gonna get this part done before we move on to all the other parts. That should go right there. And then I'll put that in my inventory. Now I need a lever. Okay. I'm gonna place 2 levers right here. You don't need a redstone torch for this. I just want it so that it makes both of the levers the same at all times. And as you can see, this works. And you want this open. You want this like fully pushed out. If that's the right term. I remember how painful it was to try to do this. Okay, let's see here. You won't have to go through the pain since I already figured it all out. I think. Right there. Okay, this should all be figured out. Just give me like 10 seconds. There we go. Now we're cooking with lava. Get it? Is it just me or is that a horrible joke? Why am I trying to entertain you with my horrible jokes right now? Okay. Let's just ignore the fact that I did that. Ignore that joke. It was bad and ugly. What am I saying? Right. This will go all the way here. Just undo all of your checkered flooring. I'm just kidding. You don't have to. Bring it along here. And this is where our next lever comes in. It's actually going to be right here, sorry. Place it there. And let's place a white block here, just kind of keep the pattern, because I'm actually gonna rage. Okay. Now I need a repeater. Yeah, if you want me to start doing like, this is all the blocks required for the video, then I can. That'll take a lot of inventory sorting, but I can do it. I can do it. place one more repeater just in case. And right there. Alright. What do I need to do next? Okay, cover the flooring now. Okay, I can do it there, but I can't do it there. Alright, we're almost done with the redstone part. We're almost done with the redstone part. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. And that should be all the redstone. Well, almost all the redstone. The reason I wanted to do that first is is because of this next part. We'll have this part all white concrete. It can also be red, your choice. You don't even have to do the checkered flooring. I thought it was a good choice though, so you can do it. I mean, you're already copying all my other stuff. Just kidding. Is this correct? I just want to make sure. Is this correct? I need to see if my calculations are correct here. There we go. That should work. Now if I do this, it should pop out one of those. Okay, it works. Just want to make sure, because I was having some problems. So, the thing you should know about this build is that you see how the redstone is off and how I clicked the lever twice, even though I only had one item in there. You always want to make sure the redstone is off, otherwise the eggs will not travel through the hoppers. Well, I mean, they will, but they'll stop here and they won't get in there. And that's a huge problem. So if you ever go to check, you'll be like, why won't I have any eggs? So always make sure the redstone is off. And when you do use it, make sure you turn it off after. Alright. Now that we have that out of the way, hoppers. It's hopper time. Actually gonna break those blocks on the side here. There we go. Alright, we're cooking. This is actually kind of painful. Okay, there we go. Now we're done. Now we're done with that part. Actually, you know what? I lied to you. Okay, and I need to grab the glass panes real quick because I realized I haven't done that yet. And let's just leave that out right there for a second because I'm gonna have to come back out again. There, and then add it here. And now we need our lava bucket, which we already have in our inventory. I'm stupid. Okay. We'll go here and there. And I forgot to add that part there. And I also forgot to add it there. Okay, there we go. Now we're back on schedule. And now let's place some lava down there. I mainly want it down there. And then I'm just going to do it up here for design and reason. Just because I want to. I can't see. There we go. Oh no. No. Alright, we got it all fixed. Okay, that looks pretty good, Except for there. Alright, now that's almost everything. Now I'm gonna add the chicken. I'm gonna use the chicken eggs because that's what I'm gonna prefer to use. I finally don't really have to crouch. I'll sit in the hoppers, it's fun. There we go. And I got a bunch of chickens on this side. This may make your game a little laggy, but just the lesson to that is don't place too much chickens. Oh my god, how could I forget? How? There we go. Okay. You're trapped now. Now for the other side. This is built with no mods, so you don't need any mods for this. Ooh, it says my friend is online, alright. I'll just sit in that one spot, wow. There's some good sitters, I will not lie. Who will be the first to move? Alright. I wonder if they'll just stay that way. I'll check later. I should check later. This is the front though, so I just want to make sure. Yeah, they might get crammed. There we go. There we go. Okay. So here's what your build should look like. This is from the back. This is from the front. But now it's time to add the walls. You can add windows if you want. I don't think it's necessary. I don't. Yeah, I do in some boards, but not this one. And if you want to hide the redstone, you can. I didn't want to hide it too much because in the movie they didn't really hide the redstone. They had the part where it showed the redstone powering up and stuff. Plus, how do I hide the redstone? I mean, as you can see, I kind of hid the underground of the underground redstone. And now, so they will start to lay eggs, and those eggs will go in the hoppers, and they'll go here. And then when you pull this, and pull it back, make sure you do that. It has like a 50% chance to spawn a chicken. Or if you're in creative, just do what I do. Sometimes I like this world in survival, so I do want to add the chickens up top. Plus, it's how it is in the movie. And now, for the next part, can't believe I forgot to add the. Okay, there's a lot of hoppers involved in this, so I hope you have an iron farm if you're building this in survival. There we go. Sweet. So right here, there's going to be a button right next to it. When you click it, chicken will pop out. And I'll show you the entire thing working. I mean, you've probably already seen the entire thing working if you saw my short of me seeing this and using it. So, but now we are going to use note blocks. It's not going to be an entire music thing, so don't run away. It'll just be all simple. We won't need those, and we will not need that. Oh, and I do want to grab 2 carpet. Well, there's 2 different types of carpet. We'll go here. And we'll grab that. Make sure you crouch for this, otherwise it'll open the stuff. You can also open these. And next, so we're gonna add the button there. I wanted to make a ding sound, so that's what I did. Just to give it a test, do that. Alright, the redstone got activated. Now down here. And no block will not work if there's a block placed on top of that. Be aware of that. There we go. And now let's do a test run. Remember, make sure you shut that off. Okay. Come on, lava. There we go, there we go. Oh, we're cooking with lava. You might get feathers, but you also get delicious chicken. And as you can hear, ding, 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 ding. You could also do it with a bell, but that's just kind of annoying. It goes dong. But there you have it. There's Steve's Lava Chicken Shack. Give it a 360 view here. A little inside tour. Hoppers, 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 block, 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 hoppers, hoppers, dispenser, redstone. And that concludes the tutorial and the small tour that I just gave you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.